under one belt.
I'd like to give a toast to my son, my favorite son, but it's the only one I have. When he was a young boy, probably maybe 8th or 9th grade, I ran up on a piece of paper the other day and it said that he wanted to be, what do you want to do? The teacher said, I want to be a farmer. And I thought, oh, brother. But he stayed at his grandfather and his uncle's farm every summer for several years. I thought, well, I guess that makes sense. But then as he got a little older, he decided that he was going to be an accountant. And I thought, well, that's pretty smart because his mother's a bookkeeper. That would make some sense. He could make some money. So he went off to college and did that, graduated, got off our payroll, got a job. Did pretty well with that. Married Phyllis, so he's doing well, and we're real happy for him. And now he's going to retire, and I think mostly golfing, but maybe a little work teaching and maybe some gardening.
She's worried about her Christmas present. So tell everybody.
Got this on video, right?
So, yeah, he promised me 40 hours for Christmas, but I haven't seen any of it. But anyway, we're real proud of him, and he's done a good job, and now he can go off to do what he really wants to do, like his parents did, only they were stupider. They first did white collar, and then they went to hard landscaping and work. He's a lot smarter than we were. I don't think he's going to do that. Here's the Scott.
You're gonna have a break.
All right, I'm Scott's younger sister. Obviously, there's no question. But we're about 18 months apart, and I spent my whole childhood trying to keep up with him, which is hard because he likes to play hard and he likes to work hard and play. You know, you got to work hard and play hard, both. And so, I mean, ever since I can remember, he learned to ride a bike. He went off to kindergarten. I'd sneak the bike out and try to learn to ride it. He played sports. I was right behind him. I had to do everything he had to do. He went to college at Tech. I followed him. He got into accounting. I got a D. At that point, I realized I just can't keep up with the man. And he spent, you know, that's the way he rolls. He did the same thing with his career. He worked really hard. He enjoyed life. And I want to wish him really well in his retirement. I know he's going to do the same thing. And I hope that instead of what he's working hard at is his passion, and he's playing hard at all the other golf and all those things. Congratulations. And I'm still trying to at least do what you do in some respects. I'm trying to get to where you are at the same age.
It's a long way away, though. I'd like to say something. I don't know.
You hired him. We love you for that.
I found Scott.
You kept him gainfully employed.
I was at Alliance for 8 years. I was a corporate controller there. But I found Scott in a gutter at Unison. We worked together as well. We had some adventures that probably, I could say for both of us, the worst company we ever worked for.
Here, here.
Anybody work for Get out now.
Not for long.
Scott and I got on very well because our philosophies of how to run a business are very similar. He's very strict. He liked hanging people by the yard arm. And I was right behind him every step. Scott and I really became friends because we argued a lot. And we would argue about theories, about rate applications, and how they would flow down. And he would never admit that he was wrong, and even to this day, he will tell you that he was right. But he still worked for me. So it really worked out. I will say that I didn't realize how connected Scott was until we went to this conference with the then director of DCA named April Stevenson, a person basically reviled in the industry, but Scott walks up to her, and, well, hello, April. She says, hi, Scott, and then names all his kids, former friends they knew, and I'm like, holy shit. This guy really knows a lot of people. I came to depend on Scott. Sorry, Jim, you're not going to like this part. As my best partner. He did things for me that were amazing. He was one of the few people that would come along when he had a full plate and say, I could do more. Let me take on this project. You know, not because you can't find anybody to do it, because I know I can do it, is what he would say. And I'll do it well. And so he was one of my most respected people. And I don't know that I'll have another relationship like that, because I'm retired too. Just the first one to go, and not as the voluntary method that you used. I still reached the same goal. But to you, Scott, one of the best professionals I've ever known.
All right, it's my turn. It's really hard to follow. Maybe wondering, I know, I wish. Maybe wondering why me? Still wondering that. Oh well, I guess I was voluntold to do this. That my dad has actually taught me. So, I guess I want to teach you a word, which is the word pivot. And so when I quit Google, I gave you a lot of shit because I told you, ha, look, I retired before you. But unfortunately, to see all these people here, I realized that was a complete facade. You know, I didn't have 30 people come to celebrate the day that I retired. So the word that I wanted to teach was the word pivot. In an entrepreneurial world, that's just, keeping one foot planted, but let the other foot be as free as it can be. So, I guess, join me, and I'm curious to see where you're going to end up pivoting to for the next step.
It's my turn.
Yeah, cut the cake or say whatever you want to say.
I want to thank all of you for coming. You're all here because you're all impacted my life one point or another in my career and or in my life. And you've all helped me with different things in my life. I'm trying to understand where I'm going, what I'm trying to do, and I may not have liked what you said, and maybe it actually drove me towards getting to retire sooner. I don't know. But it's something I've been planning for a long time. As people, when I told my boss, the current CFO, he was like shocked because he'd only been there like 3 months or maybe 6 months. Oh, you're too young and all this. And I didn't want him to feel bad. There was a reflection on him. It says, go look at. I have a calendar in my office where I would highlight each day as it went over. I go look at the December calendars when I told him I was retiring. It was printed in 2012. And there was no calendars beyond December. You guys could have known the whole time, telegraphed it the whole time when I was going to leave. So it's been a long time plan, and I want to do something different, and that's what I want to do. I feel a calling to try and help some of the people that are less fortunate.
Amen.
I need money. Knowledge is what he wants to sell.
Well, here's one of my.
Come on up.
I'm the case study of needing help with finance.
But Nikki is one of my examples. Ben's another one, and they made me rush. I have 2 really bright children here. That how come they don't understand some of the basic finances? I'm going to tell the story. So Nikki's story, I'm really proud of her. She says, "Oh, I paid off extra $1,000 on my student loan." I said, "Well, that's great, Nikki." So a few months later, I asked her, "Well, how's that going?" And she says, "Well, I didn't pay again until the bank said I had to." So I'm like, I've been here, worked at Google, and graduates in 3 years and all that, but can't figure out how to read the insurance chart to pick a health insurance. I'm like, where?
That's complicated.
Who knew? Complicated.
So, if these two can't figure it out, what's everyone else doing? Yeah, and that's what I want to fill that void, because it shouldn't be that hard. I'm just, at least the school systems now in the state of Virginia require you to take a class to graduate. Quality teachers, I don't know. I know my niece down in Richmond took the class, so I asked, well, they teach you about life insurance? She says, yeah, whole life is the best type of insurance. And I'm looking at it, your teacher taught you that? Well, no, the teacher didn't understand insurance. They brought an insurance salesman. Yeah, so clearly, our kids are all taking these really advanced classes, but the one class they need the most, they're not getting. And that's where I want to try and help fill the void.
Or become an insurance salesman.
No. That's not in my future.
Oh, yeah, I'm just curious.
But thank all of you for coming. All of you are very special to me, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're here.